Wow. Well, Diana, the sparks are really flying on today's show.
They definitely are. We're down here at Iron Indian, where Clint George is working on one of his latest sculptures.
He's an incredible local First Nations artist, and we're going to find out more about his work coming up on today's show. Clint is known for his steel interpretations of First Nations art forms.
That's right, Doug. This raven is something that Clint's working on right now. Doesn't it look amazing?
Well, now we've come outside to a beautiful viewpoint overlooking the Penticton Indian Band and off to Skaha Lake, and we're looking at one of Clint's really most powerful and poignant pieces, I think. Tell us a little bit about Never Again.
This sculpture actually represents the residential school. And some of the things that may have occurred and stuff. So it is to actually, it's one of my hardest pieces I've ever built. Actually, it was one of my most emotional pieces. Just because you try to, since I've never been to residential school, I've had to speak to a lot of our elders and people who have been to residential school to try to get a story in my head and how this worked out. And a lot of the stories were very very deep, very dark. Some of them are even like very, you can't even speak about them quite a bit. So for me to build this one was quite hard for me. And the fact that I know the people that I talk to and a lot of the people out here that I'm related to. So for me to build this, I had to try to put together something that was the best of my ability to help them, right? So this whole sculpture has meanings to everything that it has that's built into it. So as far as the children and the other child and the wall itself and the Never Again, the sculpture itself is, as it stands, like I said, is to help people reflect on some of the things that may have happened, try to help them out. So in a way, it's a bit of a stepping stone to help them get through some of the stories and some of the thoughts and some of the images they may have kept with them.
You said that this sculpture of yours down here at the ONA Fish Hatchery here in Penticton is one of your favorites.
Yeah, it is. It's actually one of my favorites. I was able to build this sculpture, and it was an honor to be able to for this hatchery. And how I built it was really just by coal roll bars and just a lot of hand bending and stuff. He was designed to represent our traditional fishing. His spear that he has is traditional spear fishing, a spear that we used to use.
It must mean a lot to be part of this project that's bringing back the sockeye to the Okanagan.
Oh, it is. It was amazing for sure to be able to do this and to be able to have a representation like the sculpture and the other artwork that's around. It helps out in conversation and stuff too, right? It helps people ask questions, and it's that educating moment where you can have the opportunity to tell people about some of our traditions and our cultures and how we lived around here and how we fished and stuff. So yeah, it's amazing.
We've been kind of holding Clint up today while we've been doing our host bits here, so he's enlisted us to help out a little bit.
Which is awesome.
Which is awesome. Yeah.
Where is Clint anyway?
Taking a break. And we'll be back with more after the break. I'll get this finished up for him, and then he'll be ready to go. Works.
Well, now we're back in Clint's workshop, and you have this fantastic Ogopogo that you're working on. Tell us a bit about that.
The Ogopogo is actually a design that is designed by another artist for a museum that they've built in Westbank, which was quite amazing. So these are some of the projects that I get asked to do, is some steel designing and signing for them. So this one here is going to be all polished up.
You got the basic shape cut out, and now where do you go from there?
From here, what I'll be doing is actually creating a frame for it that it'll eventually be welded to a plate, probably approximately three inches off the plate. It'll be all brushed in and stuff polished, and then the lettering will go in, and then as well as the water. So it'll create the whole symbol just about in a three-dimensional.
Clint, your work is in such demand. Is there a piece that you can show us that's unique to you that you've created right from the start?
A lot of my unique pieces are actually in cemeteries. So
cemeteries?
Yeah, in cemeteries. Like,
what's that all about?
First started with my wife's grandfather. He passed away, and he was a guitar player, so they asked me to do a guitar. So they were expecting me to do a silhouette cutout, and I can't do that, so I decided to build an actual steel guitar.
An actual guitar.
Yeah, so
It must be interesting to be telling a personal story that's so deeply personal at that moment in someone's life, right? There's some one thing that stands for them.
oh yeah, and that's what I like about doing what I do is to be able to take what's in their imagination and actually build it for them, and see their looks on their faces by the time I'm done. I really like this guitar.
And with that guitar, you couldn't play it, could you?
Well, the plan is that we're actually going to build this one. We're going to finish it off, and his father was a musician, and he's a musician. So the original plan is that he'll be actually playing a song on it for a video. Okay. And then at the end of the video, we're actually going to weld that steel guitar to the plate for the headstone. And that meant a lot to him too, right? So it's like playing his dad's last song. So, so in stuff that I do, you know, I can help him with that, and that's why I'm here doing what I'm doing. So when you start this, you want to like pull the yellow switch ahead, put your finger in there, and then pull the trigger.
Okay.
You want to make sure that the tip of that is on the steel and then straight back.
Okay.
And then when you're done, pull the trigger one more time because it'll keep hissing.
You ready for this, Diana?
Cooling it.
I don't know. I don't. Clint, are you okay with me doing this?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so just go.
Just go. Whoa, sparks!
Oh, that's not a
That
very
is
straight
not a
line.
straight line. Wow.
then- Flick it again.
Flick it.
Flick the yellow and then
There you go.
that was awesome.
Yes.
Very good.
Wow.
That's artistic, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Well, thanks very much for showing us around,
Oh.
letting
No
us
problem.
try
yeah,
stuff
thank
out.
you so much. That
No
was
problem.
fantastic.
Check out his stuff, and you know you can even buy the souvenir Diana Stirling original. That's kind of cool.
It's not bad, eh?
All right, that's it for the show. I'm Doug Brown,
And I'm Diana Sterling.
and he's Clint George. We'll see you next time on Go.